students. Today I am going to teach the topic if class. Okay, for your better understanding, I will give the Tamil explanation. Okay, so let us discuss. So if class, conditional class. So first of all, we have to clarity over the title. Okay, so if it means condition. Okay, next class means meaningful sentence. So the meaningful sentence comes with the condition. Okay, so if any sentence comes with the condition, it will produce the result. It will produce the result. So it is called if class. Okay, so if any sentence comes with a condition, it will produce the result. So it is called a if class. So if class we have 3 types. Okay, let us discuss. So the first one is probable. So the probable means it expresses something possible to happen. Okay. Next, improbable. Improbable means it expresses something not possible to happen. Next, the third condition is a unfulfilled condition. It tells about something which did not take part in the past. So which is not happen in the past. So now I am going to give the explanation for these 3 things. Okay. So the probable. Probable means it expresses something possible to happen. For example, if you study well, I will write the example. I will explain to you. Okay. So if you study well, you will pass. So it is a probable condition. So how could you say it is probable condition? If you study well, you will pass. So something is going to happen. If you study well, you will pass means something is going to happen. So that is called a probable condition. Next, improbable condition. So improbable condition is we will express something, but it will not happen. For example, someone has got fail mark in a particular subject. Okay. So when I talk to him, so what I will say, if you studied well, you would pass. Which means that actually that person has got a fail mark. Okay, so whatever we say, it will never happen, just for imagination. So that is called improbable condition. Next, unfulfilled condition. So unfulfilled condition means we are going to talk about the action which is happen in the which did not happen in the past. So for example, you need to you want to study, you want to continue your higher study. So you seek help from your uncle or some other relatives. Okay. So when you approach with them, they did not help you. Okay. Next, because of your hard work, you got a good mark and you got a good job and you settled in your life. Okay. Otherwise, you because of your poverty, you did not study well. Okay. Next, you became very poor. So at the moment you think yourself, or when you talk with others, you will say, if my uncle had helped me, I would have studied well. But actually his uncle did not help him in the past. Okay. In case if his uncle had helped him, he would have studied well. So that action did not happen in the past. Okay, so the unfulfilled condition means the action which is not happening in the past. So we are going to talk with the action which is not happening in the past. So I have given the explanation for these 3 things. Okay, so first we discuss the first type, probable condition. Okay, next one. So actually the if class has 2 parts of sentence. Okay. So first one is result. First one is condition. Second one is result. Okay. So let us discuss. First one is condition. Second one is result. here, so already I said the if plus sentence has two part of sentence. One is condition, another one is a result. Okay, so which one is called a condition and which one is called a result? So if any sentence start with the if, it is called a condition. Okay, so because of the condition, if anything is happened, that is called a result. Okay, so for example, if you study well, you will pass. Okay, so now you see the sentence start with the if and you study well. Okay, the condition sentence start with the condition. So if any sentence start with the comes with the condition, it will produce a result. So you will pass. It is the result. So if you write the examination, you can get a result. You can get a good mark. So it is going to happen in the future. It is the your result. Okay. So probable means it is going to happen. If you study well, definitely you will pass. It is going to happen. There is possibility to happen. So that is called a probable condition. Okay. So in probable condition, we have two part of sentence: condition and the result. So the condition must be given in simple present tense, and the result should be given in simple future tense. So you should keep this point in your mind. Okay, then only you can write the correct answer. Okay, so the probable condition, probable type, the condition should be given in simple present tense, and the result should be in simple future tense. So now you see here, so what is the mark for simple present tense? Subject plus V1 plus other words. Next condition, result. Simple future means subject plus will or can, may or shall. Okay, plus V1. Okay, this is the formula. Okay, I have explained. So now you see here, subject if is condition, subject is you is subject, and study is V1 and other words. So condition is given in simple present tense. Next term, simple future tense. So simple future tense, what is the formula? Subject plus will or can or may or shall. Okay, these are the words we can use. Okay, probably most of the sentence we can use will. Okay, and if the sentence refers the ability, we can use can. And a possibility or doubtful action or possibility, we can use may, and shall can be used for suggestion. So these are the words we can use according to the sentence. Okay, so now subject plus will, can plus V1. So it should be in your mind. Next one. Here, instead of first type, instead of if we can use the negative form. We can use the another word to make the sentence as a negative form. So instead of if no, we can use the sentence. So in probable condition, we can use the sentence in a negative form by using the word unless. Okay, so unless is negative. So and the word unless can be used for negative sentence in probable condition. For example, unless you study well, you will not pass. You will not pass. Okay, so when the unless is negative, it is positive. So in if also we can use the negative form not by using the do form of do or does, depend upon the subject plus V or negative form not plus V1. Okay, so we use the word unless is negative. So unless you study well. So the condition is the negative. The condition is given in negative form. The result should be in negative form. Okay, the condition should be in a negative. Condition is negative, so the result should be in a negative. Okay, if you use the word unless at the beginning of the sentence. Okay, and so if it is positive in probable condition, the if is positive and unless is a negative. So the unless cannot be used for improbable condition and unfulfilled condition. So the unless refers the negative term. It can be used only for the probable condition. Okay. So if is positive, unless is a negative. Okay. So we can use the if in a negative sentence, but when you use the if in negative sentence, we have to use the do form verb along with the main verb. Do, does. Okay. So depend upon the subject, we can use do, does plus not plus B1. So these are the terms. So it is called probable condition. So next, in this probable condition, for example, for this one, by using the word if, we can make a negative sentence. For if you do not, if you, okay, we can if you want to make a negative sentence with the help of the word if, we can use if you, we can use the do form verb. Depend upon the subject, do can be used. So do, okay, if you do plus not, do plus not, don't. So if you do not study well, you will pass. Not here if you use the negative form, here also you should use the negative form. Okay, so I hope you all have understood. Okay. So in probable condition, next one is the zero type. So we have discussed, I have thought of probable condition and improbable and unfulfilled condition. I will teach one by one. So now I have completed probable condition. Okay, so before we enter the next topic, next probable improbable condition, we can discuss the zero type. So what is it, which means zero type. So zero type. So the zero type means the condition refers the universal truth. So how will you write? So what is the result will be, and what is the how the result will be? Okay. So it belongs to the zero type. The sentence starts with the condition. If. Okay. So for example, if you heat ice. So it is a condition. So because the sentence starts with the if and you heat ice. So this action, whenever we do or anyone can do, the same things or the same result is going to receive whomever do. Okay. So the zero type means if it refers the if any sentence in if class, the condition refers the universal truth. The result should be in simple present tense. Okay. So the universal truth always refers the simple present tense. Okay. So the universal truth always, or the universal truth or scientific fact always refers the simple present tense, and it is given in condition. Okay. So what about the result? Okay. So the given universal truth or scientific fact is given in a simple present tense. So already we have discussed in our probable condition. The condition, if the condition is given in a simple present tense, the result should be in a simple future. But here you have to keep in your mind, if the condition refers the universal truth or scientific fact, the result should be in simple present tense. Okay, except the universal truth, other sentence, the condition is given in a simple present tense, the result should be in simple future tense. Okay, so here the zero type, the if class, the condition is given in simple present tense. So it is a universal truth, or if it is a scientific fact or universal truth. Okay, we have to use the result in a simple present tense. So already I said simple present tense is subject plus D1. Okay, so what is the answer? If you heat ice, it melts. So we have to use the subject is third person singular, he, she, it. So when you add verb along with this singular subject, we may add s. Sometimes we use es, and sometimes we use ies. For example, melt, melts. Along with go, we use es. Okay, along with the study, we use studies. So it is a singular verb. Can be used along with the singular along with the verb. Okay. So I have explained right now what is the meaning of zero type. Okay, zero type means the zero type. The condition comes with the condition. Comes with the universal sentence. Okay, universal truth or scientific fact comes with the condition. So if the universal truth comes with the condition, it will produce the result. The result should be in simple present tense because it is immediate response. Okay, so now I am going to discuss the second one. So let us discuss improbable. So not possible to happen. Okay, so let us discuss. So improbable, it expresses something not possible to happen. So already said the if plus two part of sentence. So for the improbable, the condition is given in simple past tense. So I will write the sentence condition. Condition next result. Okay, so in the improbable condition, the condition is given in simple past. Okay, a plus simple past, and result is given in a conditional past. Conditional past. So, because simple present in first step, simple present is simple future. Okay, so there is no future past. So it belongs to conditional class. So will becomes would. So will means future tense. So will become would. So would is called conditional class. Okay, so it is called would is the past tense of will. So it belongs to conditional class. So this sentence is the result is called conditional past. So in improbable condition, the condition should be in a simple past and the result should be in conditional past. Okay, so what is the formula? Subject plus V2. Verb V2 is verb 2, the past tense of past tense. Next, other words. Next, condition is given in the result is given in conditional past. So subject plus would or could plus D1. So first you keep this point in your mind. Most of the students they will commit mistake here. Okay, so in first time they will use the verb will plus V1. So when in the second time, along with the verb would, they will change the main verb in past tense. Okay, so it is not a correct method. Okay, so in condition second time the will becomes would. Okay, we should not make any changes in our main verb because can, could, may, might, shall, should, will, would followed by the main verb should be in simple present tense. Okay, so now I will write the example. So here I use would and some other words also we can use. Okay, so would, most of the sentences we should use would, and could means if the sentence refers to ability, we can use it. So for example, I will use it. If you study well, you will pass. You would pass. So now you see, if you study well, you will pass. So subject plus B2 plus other words. Next one, subject plus would plus B1 would pass. So when we use the sentence, when we use this kind of sentence, when we talk with the others, when we use this sentence, when we talk with the others, what is the meaning for this sentence? If you study well, you will pass. So I am talking to this sentence. I am converting. I am delivering this sentence to the person, which means that person has not got a pass mark. So that I use this sentence to convey the message. Okay. Next one. In first type, how we have discussed zero type, same way. In the second type or improbable also, we have to discuss the imagination. So it is also imagination. So let us discuss the imagination. Okay. So most of the students. So imagination. For example, if I were a bird, I would have fly. I would have fly. So if you are say it is imagination. So what is the imagination means? If I were a bird, I would have fly. Okay. Just here in this for the imagination, just you imagine yourself. Okay. Just for example, I watched outside. The bird is flying. So when I watched the bird, okay, so I thought myself, if I were a bird, I placed me in the place of bird. I compare myself with the bird. For example, I did not get the holidays. Most of the students, they will think their school they did not get any holidays from their school. Okay, so at the time, what they will think, if I were a principal, they are not a principal. Okay, the particular students, they will think like this. Okay, so if I were a principal, I would declare more holidays. Okay, just imagination. He is not a principal. Okay, so but he placed him he compared him with the principal. Okay, just imagination. So for the imagination, whatever subject is given, we should use the verb were. So for the imagination, we should use the verb be form verb were. We should use the be form verb were. Okay, it should be in your mind. So easily you can understand. So in the error spot also, how they will ask, if I was a bird, I would fly. Fly. Yourself, here also past tense is given, and would also past tense is given. So what I thought earlier, it is correct. You think yourself, it is correct. But we have to read the sentence. If subject, here bird, another subject is given. So if I was a bird, so you compare you with the birds. Okay, so when you compare us with the others, it represents the imagination. So the imagination, for the imagination, in 8th class we have to use the be form to where along with the subject. Okay, we don't bother about the subject. Sir, we cannot use where along with the subject I, sir. Okay, so we can use the word where in past tense along with the subject of you and we and they. So how can we use means the sentence represents the imagination. Okay, you compare you with the others. So you compare you with the bird. So for this one we can use the be form verb where. So what is my answer? If I were a bird. If I were a bird, I would have fly. Just imagination. Okay, next one. For the fill in the blanks, if I dash be a bird. Okay, I would have fly. Okay, so if I dash be a bird, so in the given sentence, the not given, what is given? They ask you to use the be form. So when you see the, so you should be very clear. Next one we have the second part of the sentence. It is given in conditional past. So we have to use the be form verb in past tense. Okay. So now you see I is given, bird is given. So you compare you with the bird. So we have to use the be form verb in past tense, and it is imagination. So we have to use verb. Okay. So are you clear? Next one. If I have time, I will teach him. So if I have time, I will teach him. So most of the sentences, it is also the had is the past tense of have and the has. So we can use the this method also we can use. Okay. So if I have a time, I will teach. So here also the students will commit mistakes. They will focus the word. They will focus only the word had. Okay. So what you have to do? The had, whether the had comes alone or comes with a V3, you should find it. So now you see the sentence. Had comes alone. There is no V3. Okay, so the word had comes along with the V3. It is called past perfect. So it belongs to third type. So the condition is given in past perfect. The result should be in conditional perfect. But here the word had comes alone. Okay, there is no V3, so it is called simple past tense. So the condition is given in a simple past tense means the result should be in conditional past. So I hope you all have understood this one. So we move to the next one. So from the single video you can learn the F class very thoroughly. Okay. So every week I will send one video to all. Okay, you learn it and learn to solve it. So in this word. Okay, now we are going to discuss about the third type. So third type. So can you remember the third types refers to unfulfilled condition. So already I have given the explanation about the unfulfilled condition. Okay, so for the unfulfilled condition, the condition is given in past perfect. Okay, and result should be given in conditional perfect. Sir, we have a simple future, sir. And we don't have a future past, sir, so we use a conditional past, sir. But we have a future perfect, sir. So then why did you say this one conditional past, sir? So will plus have plus V3 is called a future perfect. Okay, would plus have plus V3 is called conditional perfect. It should be in your mind. So that it is called a conditional perfect. Okay, now if you have, so formula if plus subject plus have plus V3. Next one condition is subject plus would plus have plus would or would plus have plus V3. So the V3 is nothing but right is the V1, wrote is the V2, verb 2, and V3 is the past participle. So written is the past participle of write and wrote. So write is V1, wrote is V2, past tense, and written is the V3, past participle. So what about the present participle? So when you add, write is the present tense V1, wrote is the past tense V2, writing is the present participle, written is the past participle. Okay, so the condition is given in simple past perfect tense, and result should be given in future perfect or conditional, not future perfect, conditional perfect. So what answer? How you write answer? If you have studied well. For example, if he had given his address, I could have helped him. Okay, so now say, so already said it refers to past action which did not happen in the past. It did not take part in the past. So if he had given his address, for example, start with if, and the subject is given, had is given, V3 is given. Next, I would have helped him. So subject is given, would or could is given, have is given, V3 is given. Okay, the condition should be in past perfect and result should be in conditional perfect. So you say if he had given his address, okay, I could have helped him. I could have visited him. I could have visited him. Actually, it is happened in the past. Okay, he did not give his address, so he did not meet him. So that is the meaning. Okay, so next one. So these are the rules. These are the procedure. These are the basic things. Okay, so you learn these basic things. Okay, so how we can use the sentence passive voice in if class. Okay, we can discuss in our next class. Thank you. If you like this video or if it is very useful for you, you send to others. Thank you, students.